Hey, this is Brook. If I knew somebody that was interested in starting a band, say like a younger person, and they want to try some rocking, first thing I would tell them is let's learn some power chords and then maybe try to play along with a drum beat. So I will demonstrate some of these ideas. And this is for somebody that may have played a little bit, or you might be brand new to guitar. You might be somebody I know or somebody I don't know. So this is just for the world or people I do know. Okay, so power chord. Pretty simple. Musically, it's very simple, but physically, it can be kind of frustrating. You're going to use your pointer finger and probably the ring finger. Maybe the pinky. Yeah, alright, so let's get your pointer finger ready. We're going to press on the fat string, the sixth string, the low E. Just remember those notes like E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. That's going to be important, but don't worry if you don't know that right now. Let's go for, say, like the 7th fret. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a dot there, easy, right? So you're going to take that pointer finger and press down on the 7th fret of the 6th string. That's a B note. This is too simple, isn't it? But stay with me because I'm just going to make sure everybody gets this. I don't want anybody to, feel like they didn't get a chance to learn this. So there's that B, 7th fret. Now you're going to add your ring finger on the next string over at the 9th fret. That happens to be a F sharp note. So a B plus a F sharp, if you hit them with your pick, wow, that's a B5 or B power chord. Really simple, but it's in millions of rock and roll songs. If you like punk rock, garage rock, heavy metal, or anything that smells like that, you gotta know this chord. Let's add it, let's play it with a beat. Give me a beat, let's crank it up. Let's just go play like... I gotta get a foot switch for that drum machine. That would be cool to end right on the last beat. But I've got one. I just gotta find it. Alright, so I was playing 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I was locking right in with that beat. With my picking hand, it was laying on the bridge. And I was muting the strings slightly on the edge of my hand. Slightly touching the strings so they're slightly muted. You don't have to do that. You could just be going... But that's actually kind of exhausting. Let me do the same thing, only with some distortion. Whoa. Turned on a rat pedal. Let's do the same thing. Ready, go. Alright, pretty simple. If you can do that and play along with me and play with a beat, you're doing great. Now, of course, you're saying, what's next? Well, you're going to move that chord. It's going to be the same shape. You can move it anywhere you want. I would recommend moving it 2 frets down towards the headstock, which makes it A5. So you're at the 5th fret and 7th fret. That's an A and an E note, A and E, and that makes it A5, or you can just call it A power chord. And so you got to get good at scooting from this one down to that one, and probably back. So let me just mess around with that. I'm going to do it clean. Ready, go. be so cool if the drums ended right there. All right. So again, that's simple, but physically, you might be going, what the heck is going on? My hand's not working. Like, Brooke, I have a question. What's your question? My hand doesn't work. That's not a question. Just kidding. Or what's wrong with my hand? Like, well, nothing. You just have to, all I know is repetition and focus. So let's say you're having a hard time today. Don't worry about it. Play it tomorrow, play it tonight, play it the next day. Play it every day for a month. You'll have it down forever. There'll be no question. You'll have it. So you're like, all right, but what's next? Well, you can move anywhere you want. You could go A or B, A, G. G is at the 3rd fret, same shape. There's a G and a D at the 3rd and 5th frets. G and D. So if you did those 3 chords in a row, it might sound like this. 2, ready, go. That's cool, man. So that's B, A, G. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that's simple, and I agree. You probably think it sounds simple, but physically, you might be like, your arm might be feeling like it's on fire right now. Then you might need to relax, take a little break, stretch your hand, get a little drink of water, take a little break, but come on back and let's do some more. Let's say it goes B, A, G. One more down. That'd be a G flat or F sharp. That's at the 2nd fret and 4th fret. Same shape. That's a F sharp and a C sharp. Yeah, you got to learn your notes on the neck. So it's B, A, G, F sharp. Let's add the distortion again and let's go for it. 2, ready, go. So, me and my buddies used to play that when we were in high school. We used to play that jam over and over, and the drummer would go crazy and make up, Keith Moon fills, and we would, mess around with those chords a little bit, but we would follow that pattern. And the guitar players, me and Todd and I, would take turns playing like a little scale on top of it, or hot licks that we stole directly from like Leonard Skinner and Steve Miller and Joe Walsh and all those cool bands. So we would play based on the minor pentatonic scale, like your something like that. So those notes are your 10-7 on the 1st string, 10-7 on the 2nd string, 9-7 on the 3rd string. You can land on the 9 on the 4th string. And you can also go 9-7-9 on the 4th string. Bend the 3rd string at the 9th fret. With just those notes, you can do a lot of damage. It's awesome. Let's try it. Let me play with a beat. 2, 3, 4. carried away. So I bent the 2nd string 10th fret. Also 1st string 10th fret. A little shaky shake. So mess around with that scale and you might stumble across